Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. How are you ladies over there today?
Amazing.
Doing well.
I'm so glad to have you all here today. We're going to have a great show lined up for you. We're talking with some of the Level Up Summit speakers, and these women, okay, they're modest looking and everything, but they are powerhouses. I'm telling you, they have some messages to share this upcoming weekend that you do not want to miss. It's going to kick off March 25th through the 27th. I've heard all kind of different preludes and things. Y'all got everybody fired up. I was like, I got to get to the Time to Level Up Summit. People are so excited to be able to hear some of the things that you guys are going to be talking about. So throughout today's broadcast, we're going to be hearing from these dynamic powerhouses, and they're going to be talking to you about what it is that they're going to be speaking about at the conference. And we'll get to learn a little bit about each of them individually. So go ahead and grab your virtual seats. Let us know where you're visiting in from. Let me see. Some people are already coming in. I see you all tagging people as well. Make sure you all share this broadcast and let everyone you know that the Kim Jacobs Show is on the air. Okay. So we're going to come back right after this commercial break and we're going to start hearing. Let's see. Who do we want to hear from first? Let me see. Erica. Erica, you already know it's you, huh? Because you're like, it's me. We're going to hear from you, Erica, the money elevation strategist, when we come back right after this commercial break. We'll be right back.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone, we are back and we're getting ready to hear from Erica Lane. I do want us to jump right in because every time I say, okay, let me do a few other things in advance, I end up missing some good stuff that I'm like, dog, I should have just went straight to the different speakers so we can hear everything that they're going to be sharing with us today. So let me go ahead and formally introduce Erica. Erica is the money elevation strategist. That alone, boop, you need to be sharing the broadcast with everyone. Hashtagging money elevation strategist. Developed a money management approach which enabled her to triple her income in 3 years. She's an entrepreneur money coach. That right? Okay. I can't wait to ask you a question. Entrepreneur, money coach, multi-best-selling author, international speaker, and founder of the Real Money Talk Summit. So money. Erica Lane is here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Welcome, Erica.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Absolutely glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you here now. At this upcoming summit, you're going to be talking clearly about what?
Money. No.
Oh, see, at least you can hold it. I never need, Erica, I should not have even attempted to even say money. I could just say money versus trying to sing it. You just did it so in an angelic fashion. That's amazing. So that's a gift of yours.
Thank you.
When you can't even sing it right, I don't know if you got enough money if you can't go, anyway. Erica, Listen, I'm so glad that you're here. And I know that you're going to be one of the speakers at the upcoming Time to Level Up Summit. Tell us some of the things that you're going to be talking to everyone about.
Absolutely. So I actually am going to be my topic is how to transform your profit management to increase your cash flow. And so those sound like, amazing words, but really we're just going to make sure that you're able to manage the money in your business to create more money in your business. And I know that doesn't sound like something that everyone is so accustomed to, but the reality is that your money is the most important thing that you can do for your business, managing it, right? Because if you don't manage the profits in your business, you will be out of business quite quickly. So I want to make sure that you're managing the profits in your business. And so this is what I specialize in. I obviously specialize in serving ambitious women entrepreneurs to generate more revenue, increase their profit margins, and manage the profitability in the business. So when I talk money, it's all about profits, right? Not the love or honoring money, but the profits in your business. And so I cannot wait. It's time to level up.
Girl, I don't think I felt the Holy Ghost before when somebody just mentioned the word money at that level. You kind of be taught sometimes, okay, you don't just act all hyped up over money. But the way you just said it, Erica, I promise I felt like chill bumps coming all over my arms. It's something about the way that God has gifted you to even just verbalize it. It's going to be a game changer for people that tune in and watch the Time to Level Up Summit. Let me make sure I got this title right. How to transform your profit management to do what?
To increase your cash flow.
Increase your cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's going to be your topic at the level. Now, you say profitability. Why are you focusing on profit management versus, like you say, just the understanding of how to utilize money and to have money and what to do with it? And when you have it, you're talking specific about a specific component of money. Talk to us about that.
So for me, it is about the profits. What happens is women are going into business and becoming entrepreneurs at mass rate, right? And that's exciting, right? But what I see oftentimes is that people are excited to make revenue. They're like, oh, I made money in my business. I sold something. And while that is great, right, that's wonderful, and we want you to sell something. But the thing that I do not see is the profit management, meaning that we don't see when people are making the money in their business, they're managing the expenses in their business, right? And then understanding what profit is, because everybody wants to make money, but everybody's not profitable. They say that almost, I think that the number is almost 70% of women that are in business are only making about $25,000 a year, right? But we see where women are just not making the profits in their business and are not getting the things that they need from it. They can't bless other people because they're only making a limited amount of money in their business, and they're only bringing home a limited amount of money in their business. And so for me, I focus on profits because that's where we really need to look at, right? Because what you need to know is that revenue minus expenses equals profits. And because we all look at the revenue, we're not thinking about the expenses. And therefore, we're not really understanding what profitability really is. And so I want people to get to profitability, right? So they can manage the profits in their business and make sure that they're able to scale up and do all the things that they need to do. So that's why I focus on profits.
Oh gosh. Do you know how many people? I know people need to wait until this weekend, but right now there are people that just need to implement at least a strategy that you have to share, because maybe they get in the conference, maybe they won't be at the conference, but they need to definitely hear one tip that you would say is a game changer for people, women especially, that are in business today. What's that one tip that you can share with us today that you say, this is it? If you don't do anything else, I recommend you be there, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of other nuggets, but this one thing, do it today. What would that be?
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a commercial break.
Right?
Give you a commercial break to think about it, okay? And then right when we come back, we're gonna hear that answer. Let me put you back in this mode for a second. Right when we come back, we're gonna hear that answer. But in the meantime, I do want us to know that we are talking today about time to level up. This is not just about a conference, even though this conference is going to be mind-blowing. This is about being able to level up in life. It's time to level up. We've been stagnant, different people, way too long. And you have Karen Cherry, who is a great visionary behind this particular summit, but she's also encouraging people to level up in our lives. So I want to share with you where you can actually go. Let's see, where you can actually go to learn more about time to level up and also to get your free ticket. I don't know if you can sell out of free tickets, but anyway, make sure you go and register today at timetolevelup.com. And you can see Kern Cherry is there in the red dress. Jody Wiley's going to be performing. Look at all of these dynamic hosts and speakers. You name it, it's happening at the Time to Level Up Summit. And it's going to be a hybrid event this year. And it's March 25th through the 27th in Biloxi, Mississippi. So if you're interested in going in person, that's going to take place on Sunday, March 27th. But definitely look, a country African-American female band. Hello. I know I hadn't even heard of that before. So there are all kinds of great treats that's going to be in store for you as you level up. It's created and produced by Kern Cherry. She's known for getting butts in the seat as the visionary of this particular project. And so these women that are here today are some of the speakers that's going to be speaking at the Time to Level Up conference. So lots of headliners, but these particular ones that are here today, you don't want to miss. So with us taking that brief break, Erica, tell us what's one takeaway. One takeaway.
Absolutely. So one takeaway from me is understanding your expenses, because oftentimes people are just spending money in their business, right? Because they're getting all the things, right? We're getting all the apps and we're getting all the things that we think we need for business, right? And so I would say take an inventory of what you are truly spending on in your business on a monthly basis. And so the simple way to do that is to go to your business bank account, hint, hint, right? Business bank account, and go through your expenses, everything that you're spending money on. And you don't have to get some fancy software. Listen, I get that there's all this stuff out there, but you don't have to get some fancy software. You literally can go line by line, use Excel if you need to, right? If you, depending on where you are in your business, if you have a fancy software, great, definitely use that. But look at each and everything that you're spending your money on, right? And figure out if it's absolutely necessary to run your business, number one. And the second thing is it duplicated in another software or item that you already spend money on? I'll give you an example. I helped a client save a couple of $100 because she was using software that had duplicative items, right? And so she was using both softwares for different reasons. One was for a landing page and the other was for email. But the reality is that both softwares did the same thing. And she had a couple of those duplicatives. And so we were able to save her money there. So really just look at your expenses, look at what you're spending your money on, and then also to understand what's inside those items and what you can do with those apps and things like that, and make sure you're not double paying for the same opportunities.
That's such a good point. And I know on the panel, you all are talking about other topics, but anything that you want to chime in on throughout the conversation of another speaker, feel free. If you're dealing with something that she's talking about and you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and definitely chime in. I know that this is a great takeaway for me as well personally, because many times I'll meet with my son and he's like a business coach for me, and he does a big e-commerce type of business and everything. And the number one question that frustrates him the most is, Mom, I need to know what it is that you spend your money on monthly. And is this a duplicatable service that can be merged? You can get it through Fiverr. He names all kinds of stuff. I was like, well, what about this? And this is important to me. He said, none of that. That is just emotionalism. That is not business. And so I'm like, oh man, because if I'm keeping it strictly business according to what he's suggesting and what you just shared, then I could cut my expenses. If we're really being transparent, I could cut my expenses possibly in half.
Yes, but you're also, when you cut your expenses, you're also increasing your profit, right? Because again, remember what I said, right? Revenue minus expenses equals profit. So when you're streamlining, right, all of your processes, streamlining your apps, streamlining, all the things that you have, you definitely are going to increase profits. And here's the other thing, and I'm going to give this to y'all for free, but don't tell nobody else.
Right? Wait, y'all. You didn't hear it on this show, okay?
You ain't hear from me.
You
right?
Hear from her.
But here's what I need you to understand. You need to be doing that on a consistent basis. It's not a one and done type of thing where you're like, oh, I did it one time. Okay, well, great. No, I suggest to my clients that on a monthly, depending on if you can do that quarterly at worst, that you are analyzing what you're paying for on a consistent basis, because you're going to add more things. You're going to take away more things. And you have to really look at all the deliverables and the items that these apps and systems are giving you. Because what happens is you sign up for those things and you in your head say, this is worth it with those items. But if you're paying for those items 2 and 3 and 4 times, and which she was, you're wasting money. So,
and I completely agree with everything that Erica is saying, because I am the system solutionist, and so I do work with people on their systems and stuff. And one of the things that I teach people is I teach them how to focus on what it is that brings in the highest revenue generating task. What are those things that you do? Everything else is a support thing. You can do that, but what you need to do once you step into that role and you're focused on those things that actually bring the money in, is you need to, on a regular basis, have what are called CEO days. And that's where you look at what you're doing and you tweak it. And so, yes, looking at your expenses is one of those things that you want to do on those CEO days, because you always want to make sure that you are putting yourself in the best position so that, as I like to say, as streams of income and rivers of opportunity pop up, you are available not only in time, but you have that money if needed to put it into that so that you can go to the next level. So I completely agree.
Wow. Okay. This is a great discussion, and it's definitely one, Erica, that I think it would be great for you to come back and we can even deep dive even further, because everyone that owns a business needs to understand how to manage and strategize when it comes to understanding profit and revenue for their business. So that was a great point that you just made as well, Yolanda, and I'm putting that up here. Also, these are great. I'm taking notes for y'all out there in the studio audience, but I hope that y'all are going to take some notes too. Make sure that you all stay connected with Erica Lane, and her bit.ly is here. What I'm going to do is also I'm a visual person, so I'm going to pop that bit.ly right here and open it so people will get a chance. Yes, look at this. Let me take y'all over here. That's why I like taking people places. Don't you like when it's a visual versus just, okay, BITLE? Okay, let's see. We get ready to take you. So you'll see whenever you click on that link, what you're going to have when you, yes, look at this. Look, okay. So you're going to get notified of exclusive opportunity drops. And this is the actual bit.ly link for Erica Lane. You can see she has attitude already, okay? And I know, look at that, in a good way. I'm talking, when I say attitude, I'm saying in a positive way. So don't misinterpret. What I'm saying is, when you have somebody that understands what they're working with and they have a certain gift and they know that's a gift, that right there is what I see in this picture. Come on, if you plan on being profitable. If not, shame on you, because I got what it takes and I understand what God has given me and I'm trying to pour it into you. That's what I see when I say I am Erica Lane. It's some good stuff. The Profitable Entrepreneur Money Makeover. And you can go here and sign up for exclusive offers. I'm signing up for it today because I want the exclusive offers as well. But when I pull it up, all my information will show up, that all my history, everything. I don't know how that works. But I'll be signing up for this right away as well. So definitely don't miss this opportunity to go to her bit.ly link, Savvy Money Elevation. And I've already put the link for you to be able to learn more. Erica, any closing comment that you have before we transition? Let's go over here to Yolanda, since you're the strategist and the system strategist. But Erica, before we transition, any closing comments that you'd like to share right quick?
Just take care of your money. I promise you, if you take care of the money in your business, it's going to take care of you, right? It's going to do that. And so for me, I'm just excited. I'm ready for the Profitable Entrepreneur Money Makeover to come out. The program is launching, and so I'm super excited. We're going to do everything. I'm going to borrow Yolanda. She don't know it yet, but I'm going to borrow Yolanda for the program. She don't know it yet, but we'll talk about that later, Yolanda.
Good networking happening here. That's a good thing.
Absolutely, to work on that piece of systems, but also talking about your money in all of the aspects. And I also believe that, for some people who are working 9 to 5, that they are able to leverage the opportunities at their 9 to 5, or if they wanted to transition and they want to transition out, we're going to talk about all of these different things and the Profitable Entrepreneurs Money Makeover. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to teach and talk more about that at the summit. So timetolevelup.com. Make sure you get your tickets.
Awesome. Everybody, please make sure that you are virtually in the house at timetolevelup.com. We're going to keep putting that up throughout today's broadcast because we don't want one person to have any excuse as to why they're struggling with leveling up in life. Once you hear these dynamic speakers, your life is going to change forever. So if you're stuck, you're going to just remain stuck by choice, because you cannot stay stuck after you're hearing Erica Lane, Dr. Nica Shirley, Yolanda Churchwell. You're not going to stay stuck because they're giving you the tools to put in your tool bag to change your life, and it's probably going to be changed forever. And so make sure you know that. timetolevelup.com, and I'm going to pop that up here. Make sure that you go and register. The event is a free virtual event for you to participate in. Karen Cherry can't do any more for you than that. This woman has said, hey, come to this conference. I'm providing all of these headliners, these dynamic international celebrities, speakers, and performers for free. So I'm excited that you all allowed the Kim Jacobs Show to be one of the platforms that share this opportunity with the public. All right, everybody, as you're coming in, I see your comments and stuff. I will make sure that I acknowledge you. So keep your comments coming in. The only way I get to acknowledge you is if you put a comment. I see lots of other people, but I can only acknowledge you if you put that comment in there. So Nadia, you say, hey, ladies, glad to have you. Glad to have you. And my mom is on. She said, good morning, ladies. She said, I'm so excited. She's so excited. Okay, glad to see you all this morning. Athena, our sunshine expert here on the Kim Jacobs Show, says, great morning to you, ladies. Athena, make sure you share this with the mother dreamers as well and encourage them to learn from some of these people that are here today, okay? Let's see. And I see others as well. What we're going to do is, I see you, Effie Robertson is on, and she said, good morning, ladies. Great information. Yes, it is, Effie. And Effie has some great things that she's leveling up on as well. And I'm excited about your future, Effie. Let's see. Athena says, yes, this is great information. You all make sure you share this broadcast with your friends. We're going to be seeing this kind of programming anyway on Believing Your Dreams Network. It's going to be streaming in over 200 million households very soon. So know that you'll be able to go right back and see this episode and see lots of others that maybe you haven't seen on here before, right through Roku and all kind of different platforms. So you name it, it's happening right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. It's also currently streaming on ctrmedianetwork.com. So you can also find a lot of our different broadcasts right on ctrmedia.com, and they are streaming in over 300 million households. So you, or whatever platform you're watching it on, know that there's a whole rack of folk watching with you. Okay. Glad to have you all here today. Erica, you've done a phenomenal job, and we're going to transition to Yolanda Churchwell right after this commercial break. You ready for this, Yolanda?
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready.
You know you're ready. You got what? The bag in your title?
That's the name of my business. Get the bag to help you secure your bag.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Get the bag, y'all. We're going to learn how to get this bag right after this commercial break. Wow.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, and we are back, and we're getting ready to learn about the bag, y'all. Okay, so Yolanda K Churchwell is a system solutionist and founder of the Business Assistance Group, where she helps women entrepreneurs create back-end solutions. We see what comes through to the front, but she helps create the back-end solutions to take the hassle out of their hustle. This is good. Taking the hassle out of your hustle so that they can make money and have more free time. Connect with her, and you're going to connect with her to learn more at get-the-bag.com so that she can help you secure the bag. My goodness. Okay. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show, Yolanda Churchwell. How are you, Yolanda?
I am so good. Thank you, Kim, for having us on today.
I don't know if you guys are as happy as I am, but I am thrilled over here. I'm in my own world. I'm like, You know how you're like a proud parent and your cheeks kind of burn? That's what I'm feeling here. I feel like it's such a great experience to be able to learn and glean from wonderful speakers like yourselves. I've never even encountered some of you all. So to hear about you and your services is so exciting to me. And I know it is to our viewers as well. So talk to us about what you're going to be talking about at the upcoming Time to Level Up Summit.
Okay, so my topic is actually hassle-free hustle. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching people, sharing with people three things that you need to do so that you can understand that hustle is for a season. Okay, that whole never sleep, grind all the time. Anybody got time for that? Hustle is for a season. Okay. Okay. So we're not going to be staying up all night. And so basically what I'm going to do is share how you can actually make more money and have more free time when you put systems in place. I'm going to introduce you to my best friends, delegate and automate, so that you can have more free time to tap into that Fortune 100 CEO that's in you, as well as to make your dreams your reality. A lot of times, what we find is that when people start a business, you are actually working in and for the business. You work harder in that business than you ever did on your 9 to 5. That should only be for a season. I help you to understand how you can run your business. Stop working for it and start running it.
That's good. Stop working for your business and start running your business. This is some great information that y'all are going to learn when you come to the Time to Level Up Summit. And you said, what was it that was 2 things that you're going to teach us about?
Delegation and automation.
Oh, delegation.
Yeah, those are my best friends. Mm-hmm.
Are my best friend. Okay, I'm just typing. That's good. That's good. Now, when you're talking to people, who is like your ideal audience of people that would be learning from you? Can you kind of paint that picture for me?
Yes, I definitely can. So a lot of times what happens, my ideal client is someone who has been in business for a while. So you know what it is that you're doing. You're clear on what it is you do. Okay. And you know a little bit about how to do it. So you're starting to make money, but yet you feel this tug of war between the talent, what you do, why you're in business, and the business of doing business. Them stacks of paperwork, all of the email reading, all of that stuff behind the scenes. It gets to be overwhelming. It makes you feel frustrated, and sometimes it makes you want to give up. And we all have heard the statistic that 8 out of 10 businesses go, 8 out of 10 businesses fail. But what you don't realize is it's not starting a business, it's maintaining a business. And if you don't get those systems and that, I like to think that the systems are that foundation. That's the foundation that you build that house on. If it's not strong enough, then that's where you collapse. That's where businesses fail. But as you start to figure out what it is you do in order to move to that next level, you need to go back and make sure that you have those standard operating procedures and those systems in place so that they can support the growth that is going to happen for you.
That's good. That's really good. So if you've been in business for a while and you know that you're feeling that tug, is what let me put it in a different view so it's not covering your mouth or anything. But this is I typed the whole paragraph here because the ideal client is somebody that you've been in business for a while, but you're feeling the tug of being in business. You're feeling overwhelmed. Feels overwhelming to you. Yeah, if it's feeling overwhelming to you, that is who she ultimately wants to work with. Even in addition to this conference that's happening, she's going to give you the tools right then. But then beyond that, sometimes we need people that can hold our hand along this journey called life in business. And so that's what Yolanda Churchwell is able to do for you. She can help you by teaching you how to really secure the bag through some of these delegation and automated systems that she has on the back end. The back end, why do you say that's so important? Because I know why it's important, but I want the viewers to hear.
Okay, so I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm not telling you something that I heard. I'm telling you something that I know.
Right.
I had a retail store, and on the outside, everything was cool. I had brick and mortar. I did private sales. I was a personal stylist. People were coming in from everywhere. But a lot of what I did was customize and tailor because I did Sunday go to meeting clothes. And you don't want nobody looking like you. We're not going to create no who wore best meme. We're not going to do that. So in order to do that, though, you have to be on your P's and Q's as far as your ordering and your processing and you're having things together. And so as I grew, I had a plan, and this is what we do. You have a plan not to fail, but you don't have a plan if you succeed.
Wow.
And so what happened is that customer experience that I was providing, it was starting to slip. And I'm the type of person, I was raised by older people. So if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. And so I
Right.
had to make a decision. Do I continue to stay in business with all of these problems and headaches, or do I go out of business? And I think that's the worst thing. People going out of business, not because you're not making money, not because you don't have the revenue coming in, but
Right.
because you didn't have a plan to succeed and you can't manage the success. And so when I look back at why that happened, I'm like, oh, you know what? Because right here, this whole part right here, I should have had something in place to help me with that. I didn't have
Wow.
that. And when I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? That's what I do. That's what God took all of the skill sets that I have and he put them together because I prayed on this thing hard. This wasn't something like, oh, this is a new hype thing. No, Lord, why do you have me, Yolanda K Churchwell, here right now at
Not the
this
whole
time
government
on
name.
earth?
Not the whole government name. Okay.
The whole government, because I need him to know I was talking about me, not my cousin, not her sister, me right here, this Yolanda, this particular one. And so it was like, because this is what you do. You coordinate, you strategize, you put things together. And so that's what I do. And I learned how to do it because I did fail at it.
Mm. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Because you personally felt
I
at it.
personally went through that. My business grew so fast that I could not sustain under the pressure of success. It wasn't failure, it was success. It was growing so fast, but because I did not have those systems in place to support that growth,
Mm.
because I did not have that strong foundation, then it's, do you keep on going the way that you're going, in which that it's just going to get stronger and you're going to crumble? Or do you graciously, like I did, graciously exit, take some time, and then look back and figure out what it was? And when I took the time to figure out what it was, and I think about what I do, it was, yeah, I love the store. Don't get me wrong. I love to shop. That's part of the reason I opened a store, because I love to shop. And I felt like if I shop for other people, I ain't spending my own money.
Right, right,
But
right. You're having a whole confession
I
moment on here. Go
realized,
ahead. Go ahead. Pour
yeah,
your
I
soul.
realized that my gift is in helping to make sure other people have that plan in place, and I'm good at helping them to do so. And so that's when I stepped into what it is that I do.
Wow.
And I love it. I love it. I could talk about it all day long.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So exactly what you're saying, Athena, as well. Yes. When we fail, we learn from that life lesson, and then it strengthens us for the next level. Thank you so much for that comment in the studio audience. Athena also said that that's a great word, Yolanda. Yes, these
Thank you.
they up here saying they're going to be some speakers for a conference, but these right here, these women preaching on this show right today.
Well, I'm just going to keep it real. I am a PK, so it is what it is.
Okay. I'm like, come on now. Y'all ain't going to trick me and not let me know that somebody of a higher power is working and ministering through you all. I've never heard somebody say the word prophet and gave me the Holy Ghost running all through my veins here. Okay. And now you're talking about back end automation and being able to be successful in business. And I feel like I'm sitting in a church service. I'm like, come on now, y'all ain't gonna go. Y'all ain't make me feel like something wrong with me now. I know y'all preach it. Okay. All right. That's a great word, Yolanda. We do plan, but let's also add the plan to be successful. Because so many people plan in case this doesn't work, in case that, but what if it works? And it does.
Because we serve a God of suddenly, okay? And see, I don't know about nobody else, but I like to personalize it. My God said that he wants me to have life abundantly. He wants me to have more than I could ever think, imagine, or ask him for. And so what happened is he gave me some suddenly, but I wasn't ready for it. Okay. So whether he give it to you suddenly or whether it's just the very next step in your growth, you need to be prepared so that you can continue to grow.
That's crazy. We have to be prepared for the growth that we're going to experience. And so I know that you're going to be talking about the back end, the delegation, automation, but if you were able today to give one tip on how to prepare for the growth that we're calling into existence, that God has already said we're going to receive in our lives, what would that one tip be? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a commercial break too, like I did, Erica. So I'm not just putting y'all. We don't have anything scripted, everybody. All we're doing is just talking and having some good conversation about money and this conference that's coming up, which is Time to Level Up. If you don't have your tickets, make sure that you take a moment to go and get your tickets today at timetolevelup.com, and I'll pull that up again just so you know exactly. Right here, timetolevelup.com. For those that are podcast listeners that aren't seeing it, it's time2 levelup.com. Okay, that's for all the audio listeners as well. And make sure that you get your free ticket today. All right, so what advice would you give?
So what I would say is it's great. Everybody needs to take that first step. You need to take that first step. You need to get in business. You need to get started. But realize at some point you're going to need to level up. And when you get ready to level up, you need to make sure that you have those systems in place so that you can do so. And that's what I'm here for. When you come, and my business is the Business Assistance Group. When you get the bag, I help you secure your bag. I help you to make your dreams your reality. Once you have that foundation in place, sky's the limit.
Wow. So preparing to level up, not just starting. It's time to get started, but you also have to prepare to level up. And that's what Yolanda is advising today. And she's going to be able to share with you how to do that. And when I actually try to pull, I was going to pull your website up too. I think I can go here to pull it up because it keeps giving me some kind of problem here. But it's all working out because I know how to get around all of this stuff and these limitations in life. Break off, run, Forrest, run. You gotta go stop me. Let's see. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you over to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to tell you how you can stay connected with Yolanda K Churchwell. And you definitely want to do that well beyond a conference that's coming up, but definitely you want to hear her at the free event, timetolevelup.com. Okay, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Nothing says I love you more than final expense insurance whole life protection with funeral advocacy nationwide, saving you and your family 30 to 80% off funerals and cremations. Nothing says I love you more than Get Insured Solutions, LLC. GetInsured.Solutions, 704-499-3616.
All right, everyone, and we are back. And what I want you to know is you can stay connected with Yolanda Churchwell by going to, every time I type that, they keep saying okay. Yeah. All right. So you can go to Get the Bag. Let me put it up right here. Yeah. I'm going to share with you this link tree because this will get us where everybody gets a chance to see it. When I'm putting certain words on certain platforms, they say no, it's like against certain things.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's just the one word that's in there. So what I'm going to do is put this actual link tree link up, and this will take you to all of the ways to stay connected with Yolanda Churchwell. And I'm also going to share that with you right now so you'll see. I like to show what you see when you go somewhere. So it's the Business Assistance Group. And when you go there are all different ways. At the Business Assistance Group is where you can find them on social media, but you can order a book for such a time as this. You can also schedule a 20-minute consultation. Her blog is available, connecting with them on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, even on Clubhouse, and also learning more about their website directly. You definitely want to learn more about this back-end automation. And I put both of those links there in the comments section for you.
Thank you, Kim.
I think this is going to be great. Did anybody else on the panel have anything that you wanted to say to Yolanda before we transition to Dr. Onika?
I just want to say, wow. I want to say, wow. I mean, it is vital to have those systems in place, and having those systems would definitely save you so much time and it will increase your profitability as well as free up your space to do the things that you were in business to do anyway. To have those systems, because without those systems, you find where you're still trying to do all the things that you got away from on your 7 to 3, 8 to 4, 9 to 5. So awesome information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That means so much coming from you. Thank you.
I know. Okay. You have anything you want to say, Erica?
I love my sister, so I'm just gonna say that, and that's it. I'm done. I love her. That's it.
Yeah, you know what? That's funny. It's like I just think that everything that you all have shared already has just been so helpful to anyone that's viewing today. I see you, Kim Roundtree, and I see you said this is some good stuff. Now, Kim Roundtree, I'm actually going to be talking with her some today later, and I'm highly going to recommend that she become a part of the Level Up and Time to Level Up speakers, because again, you all are exposed to so many different people that thousands upon thousands of people are tuning in to be a part of this conference. And I'm impressed with everything that I've ever seen with Kern Cherry and what she does. Gary Horn says, secure that bag, ladies. Yes. Secure the bag is definitely what they are teaching us to do here today. So when we come back, we're going to actually hear from Dr. Nica Shirley. Now, y'all, put your seatbelts on because we get ready to hear from this powerhouse, and the things that she's going to share with us are going to blow your mind. Let me take a moment to let you all know again, we're talking today with some of the speakers that are speaking at the Time to Level Up Summit that's happening March 20. Yeah, I want to make sure that I go all the way back here. I'm going to pull it up because I want to make sure I share this with you, but we're going to go back to the top. It's the Time to Level Up Summit that's happening March 25th through the 27th. Right here in the red dress, you see Kern Cherry. She is known as Butts in the Seats Queen. This woman can get an event planned with international celebrities, and every time it is packed to capacity. So if there's a way for free participants not to get in, you don't want to be amongst that number. Go ahead and make sure you register for this free event. Jody Watley is going to be performing. You have lots of wonderful co-hosts. And today, some of these speakers that will be speaking on the platform are here with us. And so you also get to hear a performance. It's going to be a hybrid event this year. So if you want to go to Biloxi, make sure you feel free to do that for Sunday, March 27th. And we have a country band that's going to be African-American female country band that's going to be performing as well right at the Biloxi Community Center on March 27th. So you don't want to miss this event. TimeToLevelUp.com. Make sure that you are virtually in the house, at least if you're not physically in the house in the hybrid piece. Okay, get your tickets. Yes, Athena, get those tickets. All right, everybody, right after this commercial break, we're going to come back and we're going to hear from Dr. Nica Shirley. We'll be right back.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
Yes, everyone, we're back here on the Kim Jacobs Show, and we're talking with some of the dynamic speakers that will be speaking at the Time to Level Up Summit that's taking place just in a few days, March 25th through the 27th. So let me go ahead and introduce this wonderful powerhouse, and it's Dr. Onika L. Shirley, the founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume. Action Speaks Volume is an international procrastination strategist. That alone, I'm telling you to preach. Okay, international procrastination strategist and a behavior change expert. She is known for building unshakable confidence, stopping procrastination, and getting your dreams out of your head into your life. She is a motivational speaker and a high performance coach. Welcome, Dr. Onika L. Shirley, to the Kim Jacobs Show. How are you?
I am doing well. Super excited to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well, thank you for accepting the opportunity, and thank you for even sharing your gifts at this upcoming conference. Tell us what we can expect to hear. I can imagine it's about procrastination and taking action, but I want to hear from your own words. What are we going to be hearing from you when you speak at this conference coming up?
Oh, absolutely. So my topic is the simple roadmap for improving your productivity. The simple roadmap for improving your productivity. A lot of times we think it's the big things, but it's really the small things that we overlook that makes a big difference. It makes a big difference to our productivity. It makes a big difference to our influence. It makes a big difference to our profits, production. So when you think about, when I think about small things, I think about how small keys open up big doors. I think about how small things make a big difference, even in, relationships, in business. It's not the big things, because sometimes the big things we tend to forget. Even though they were big, we tend to forget them. But those small things, it brings more attention. They seem to be more meaningful. Therefore, they are more impactful. So when we think about time and what we do with it, we know that we all have 1,140 minutes, 86,400 seconds in a day, 168
No, we
hours.
don't all know that. You know that. You saying it like we all know that we have. Girl, I
You know it. You know it. But we refer
I had to research that a little bit, baby. Go ahead.
we refer to it as those 24 hours in the day. But when you break it down to the minutes and the seconds and how many that you have in the week, it is our duty and our personal responsibility to use our time to bring value to time. Because how many of us know time is going to pass whether we do something with it or not? It's going to pass whether we realize it has passed. So often we'll say, oh, I didn't even know that it was this time. I didn't even know that this had passed. So it's our responsibility to bring value to the time that we have by doing something valuable, by having those systems in place, by doing the automation, by doing the delegation. Because a lot of times in business, we feel like if it's not done the way that we do it, it won't be done well. But we have to get to a point when we have systems and when we have SOPs and when we have ways of doing things the way that we do it, it can be duplicatable because we have documented what it is that we're trying to do. And so I think that it's important that we have that special plan that we put in place, because we've heard the quote. And if you haven't heard the quote, that when we fail to plan, we plan to fail. When we fail to plan, we plan to fail. So therefore, we don't plan for our success, and we are planning our failure, even though it's not documented. So it's important that we plan our productivity just as we plan the plan. We have to plan our success just as we plan the dream. And so I think sometimes, as when we think about those small things that we have to do in order to be successful in business, like redeeming some of the time that we've lost. So often we hear individuals say that, I've gotten to this age and I haven't done this thing. But I have a cliche that I say, if it's not productive, value added, and making money, I don't have time for it. So therefore, we have to choose the people and we have to choose the things that we decide to put our time in, because it is valuable. That is the one commodity that is precious, but we cannot redeem by doing the same things that we've always done. There's a quote that says that if we continue to do the same things and think that we're going to get a different result, that is the definition of insanity. Yes. So in order for us to be sane, in order for us to be productive, in order for us to add value to the time that we all have equally, despite where we are, despite how old we are, despite what we've done in the past and what decisions we did not make, in order for us to bring value to that, it is what we do with it. Often we hear that we're doing time management, but we can't manage time, because again, time is going to do what time do. Time is going to pass whether you do anything with it, but we can manage the activities that we do with the time that we have. We can manage the things that we do. So we can manage our distractions. We can, because you can turn off your notifications. You can do time blocking. You can tell your folks, your family, and your friends during this time, I'm not available. The world is not going to stop turning because you remove yourself for a little bit. Because when we check out for good, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. So we have to, apart from our roles and responsibilities, we have to plan to be productive. And when we fail to plan for our production, we plan to fail. And I'm so excited.
So wonderful. Go ahead.
I'm so excited about the Level Up Summit. And when I think about just the title of the Level Up, when it say level up, I think we need to level up now. The best time to level up is not tomorrow. It's not next week. It's not when we get everything together. It's not when the kids grow up. Because as I tell the people that I work with, the kids are grown now. We've used that excuse when they was little, when they was in the 1st grade, 6th grade, 12th grade. Look, the kids are grown now. So what's the excuse now? So when I think about leveling up, when we need to level up now. There has been enough information even shared on this broadcast where you can do something today. You don't have to wait till the 25th. You don't have to wait till the 26th. You don't have to wait till the 27th, because I like to say it like this. One day delayed may be a day too late. Don't put off today for tomorrow, because tomorrow just may be too late. Super excited about being here. I hope I've shared something with you that you can use. And when you think about documenting your plan, I would want to leave one tip with you today. And the one tip that I would leave for you today is to establish your priorities. And if you don't establish your priorities, when you have people pulling you from one direction to the next, their only concern in their pull is what they are pulling you to. But you have 50 other people pulling you in all different sorts of types of direction. So it is up to you to determine if their pull is pulling you to your goal, or is it pulling you from your goal? Is it pulling you towards your destination, or is it taking you from your destination? You do not want to find yourself constantly rerouting because you're going the wrong way. Even the GPS, when you make a wrong turn and you've taken an exit that you should not be on, she constantly rerouting you. Stop allowing people to reroute you off of your goals, because you are not being productive, going too far, too long in the wrong direction. So you have to establish that plan and prioritize what is important. And when you prioritize and when you put those systems in place, it will increase your influence and your income. In the end, your profitability, your production, and your impact will be off the charts. So when are we going to level up? We leveling up now, not tomorrow, but today.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Listen, establish those priorities now. I am so excited about what Dr. Onika is sharing. And anybody that's listening to this message, you know that you've learned something. You've gleaned something from that message. Dr. Onika, right now, I told you I've been in the process of writing this book and I have it all finalized and everything. But one of the things I talk about is us all having the same 24 hours in the given day. We all have the exact same time. So it's a matter of what are we going to do with our time that's going to make it be something that counts towards our goals, our dreams. And that comes into where you're talking about establishing priorities. What do you recommend for people that have a real difficult time even knowing how to establish a priority? Where do they begin? Just giving one tip that you can think of that would be, somebody said, hey, clapping. Athena said, my mom said, wow. Athena said, wait a minute, I'm on fire. Now the sunshine expert done caught fire. Okay, so I don't know how that worked when the sun and fire come together. Sunshine experts on fire. This is good, Lady Justine Hillier said. Athena said, yes, let's keep rerouting in the wrong direction. Stay focused. Keep the systems in place. Let's level up now. Yes. So what advice would you give, Dr. Onika?
I think one tip that I would leave with individuals is you have to make that decision on what it is that you want. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself, because again, if you continue to do the same things that you've always done, you're going to continue to get the results that you always have. So you have to be brutally honest. There's only two things that you really need to know. And one is, where are you? And two is, where are you trying to go? Then you look into systems, peoples, organizations, coaches, mentors, networking groups, schooling, skills, whatever it is that you need to get from here to there. But you have to decide, because this is my thing. This is what I say. 99 people can say that I won't, and one person that say I will, and that one person being me. And guess what? It's going to happen. But 99 people can be on the sideline cheering for me and saying, you can do it. Girl, you got it. You are enough. But if I don't feel like I'm enough, so there's only so much that an outside source will be able to do. You have to believe in yourself. And it doesn't matter about where you've been. What matters is where you are going. And when you make that decision, I tell myself that I am unstoppable. And the biggest encouragement I have is for somebody to doubt me that I can. Doubt is my energy. And production is, when I think about the production, it gives me that encouragement to keep going. And so another tip that I would add in my closing is to celebrate all of your small wins. Don't wait till you get to the end. Don't wait till you get to the top of the staircase. Don't wait till you get to your destination.
Yes.
If you pass 1 mile marker, you said that I'm 1 mile marker closer than I was before I started. And you are closer to the end goal than you was before you started. So if you're getting the book ready, if you've already got the cover ready, if you've started your book set, if I don't care if you haven't wrote but one sentence. As they like to say, how do you start brushing your teeth? Is one tooth at a time. And in manufacturing, how do you eat the elephant? Is one bite at a time. Don't look at the whole thing. Take one bite and take it today. God bless you.
Okay, y'all, listen. Make sure you all attend the Time to Level Up Summit. And definitely you want to stay connected with Dr. Nica Shirley. Let me put her Facebook information. She wants to make sure that you stay connected with her through Facebook, okay? So you can visit her Facebook page. If you type in Nica Shirley, for those that are podcast listeners, Onika Shirley, Shirley, you will stay connected with Dr. Nica Shirley and learn more about how to get past procrastination. Make sure you all get your seats for the timetolevelup.com. Go to timetolevelup.com and get your seats. And I do want to hear a closing comment from you all as well, Yolanda and Erica. So let me, before you all put your comments up, I want to make sure that people know that this is World Down Syndrome Day. And I have friends of mine that personally have children that experience Down syndrome. And there's lots of research and organizations out here as well that support the research and awareness of Down syndrome. And so what I want to make sure that we do is we put in the actual comment section, lots of socks. I had one of my friends share with me which particular organization they would highly recommend that you learn more about Down syndrome. So go to lots of socks, and I'm going to put that here, worlddownsyndromeday.org. And please make sure that you figure out any kind of way to support those that are dealing with raising children that have Down syndrome. So that's lots of socks.worlddownsyndromeday.org. And we'll make sure that we also inform you. Let me pop this up too. I just want to share with you all a statistic that I didn't know the answer to. So I'm like, wow, who knows what people are dealing with? There's so much that happens. So just a simple fact regarding Down syndrome. Do you realize that 1 in every 792 live births, one person does have Down syndrome? And that's when 47 they have 47 chromosomes instead of the usual 46. And typically people that find out that they're giving birth to a child with Down syndrome is through a screening test that takes place. And that that during that screening test, which usually takes place between 10 to 12 weeks, even though during this test they find out from a small piece of the placenta, then that's analyzed, they're told typically that this is going to be a Down syndrome trial. So parents that choose to go forward with the full pregnancy, sometimes they're already aware that they have a child that have Down syndrome. And I think that's just an honorable thing to salute those parents today. And I want to just pay tribute to all of the parents that still chose life for these beautiful souls that are on this earth that live with Down syndrome. So thank you for choosing to bring your child to this earth. I don't want to get too emotional, but I just think that's a really big deal. So the most important fact to know is that individuals with Down syndrome is that they are more like others than they are different. So whatever you're seeing from the exterior, know that there are so many things inside of them that are like everybody else. So please, let's make sure we include them into our lives, okay? And the other thing I'll share too is that today is one of our show team members' son's birthday. So happy birthday to you, Tanner. I want to make sure you know that your mom told me it's your birthday. Happy birthday out there. And we don't take it for granted that team members are celebrating different things within their families today. All right. So what's your closing comment, Yolanda?
I would say that, a big part of the reason I chose to be a part of this Level Up Summit is no matter where you're at in business, whether you are thinking about it or you are moving to the next level, it all requires that you level up. And so what I want to tell you today is whether you're at starting at 0 or you're at 1, you can only move forward one step at a time. So what I want you to do is, I don't want you to come to take notes. Okay. Yeah. Take a few notes, but I want you to come to make a to-do list. It's time to start getting active. Too many of us have books and notes and things that we've kept. It's time to start getting active. So do not come to Level Up wanting to take some notes. Come to Level Up wanting to make an action plan, to make a to-do list. My granddaddy says some people go to fill out applications, some people go to get a job. Be somebody that's coming to level up. Don't talk about it, be about it.
That's good. That's good. And how about you, Erica? Any closing comments?
Listen, I think Yolanda said it perfectly, right? There's not much to say after that because I believe the same way. I believe that we have big notepads. I know, and I've been guilty of it. Have a big notepad and then do anything with them notes just sitting there in that pad. And so I want to make sure that you heard her. So I'm gonna say it again. Make sure you're not here to take the notes, right? You're here getting the detailed information, but also making the connections with these powerful women and men, because we have both inside the Level Up Summit, because quite frankly, for most of the people who are going to be here, access to these speakers, to these people is very difficult or cost a pretty penny, right? And so Level Up is giving you that, but it's giving you that for free. And here's the thing, you can also level up at the Level Up Summit, meaning that you can go VIP, and there's a different kind of connection, a different kind of conversation when you do that. So think about the Level Up Summit and say to yourself, okay, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to level up at the Level Up Summit. I want everything they have to offer. And trust me, you're going to want everything, right? And so I thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Level up.
Wow, y'all. Make sure y'all are ready for Time to Level Up. It's happening. Thank you, Kern Cherry, for being the visionary behind this project. Go get your free tickets. Make sure you stay connected with Erica Lane, and her Bitly information is right there in your comment section. Make sure you stay connected also with, let me make sure I put here, with Dr. Nica Shirley and her Facebook page as well. And then I am going to make sure that we just put this link here on here for you all to visually see it. I know I've already put it in the comments section. but I want to put it here for you to stay connected with the business assistants. Yes, I want to put it here because when I put the bag one, they won't let me put that. So, okay. But is go to the business assistance group, the link tree that I've put here in the comment section for you to stay connected with Yolanda Churchwell. So you don't want to miss the opportunity to stay connected with these women outside of being at the Time to Level Up Summit. We're going to have a great time this weekend. I know I'll be a part of it and just learning and being one of the sponsors from the perspective of being a talk show host. So I have lots of opportunities to be sharing information with you all there as well. Oh, Dr. Karen, did Karen say something? I want to make sure I don't miss her comment. Yes. Tell them, Dr. Onika, she said. And Athena said confirmation for everything that's been shared. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed the show today. We have been blessed with a sneak peek from these amazing women of God. Yes, powerhouses. Thanks, Kim, so much to see more of these ladies and others doing great things. Go to timetolevelup.com. My mom said, God bless you all. This is a great show and super good information. I see all kind of comments. I hope I'm not missing anything. Please forgive me if I did. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Lots of socks. I see. Okay. Lots of comments. Go. Okay. Yes. Kern said, go to timetolevelup.com. You don't want to miss that and be ready to take action on what you learn. Don't just take notes. Take it to the next level. Now, y'all know Kern, she would be like this. Listen, don't just come in here and take no act. Don't just come in and taking notes, but take it to the next level. And you know, that's what Kern would say. All right. So everybody, tomorrow, we're going to have one of our graduates here that will be graduating from the program of starting her own show from scratch. So we've been taking it to the next level with different talk show hosts that are interested in starting their own shows from scratch. And she will be graduating from the Kim Jacobs Consulting Masterclass tomorrow. So tune in to see her graduation and be a part of her celebration. And her show is going to be off the chain. All right, everybody, that's today's show. We will see you tomorrow again at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Kern. Thank you, Dr. Onika, Yolanda, and Erica. We appreciate you all. And everybody, will see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.